on the cam sensor. I'll show you in just a second. I'll cut to the engine and the gas tank, and I'll show you what I'm doing. All right, so here is the back of the Ecotec, and you can see that this sensor literally sticks out beyond everything. And then when you plug into it, you're gonna have a plug probably, well, let's say yay long with some wires. So you're looking at, like, I gotta cut my gas tank as it is to go around this piece of the motor, okay? And so that would be an additional like 4 inches into my gas tank. So what I've done, I don't want that there, so I've taken this sensor out. It's the cam sensor. You just pop it out like that. Okay, so you can see I took a saw blade and I just gently went back and forth very gently until I touched the metal. Okay, there's still plastic between each one. And now I'm just gonna bend it straight out. So instead of going into my gas tank, the connection's gonna be straight out the engine. I'm gonna bend it right here in front of you. We're gonna see how it goes. Hopefully it works out well. So here we go. If not, you know, it's like 20 bucks, or I think I got one off of eBay for 8, but I don't know if that thing's a piece of crap. But I'm gonna gently and slowly bend it. Leave enough of your cut blade. I used this saw blade from my Sawzall. It's about, I don't know, a little over 1/16 of an inch thick. And we're just gonna bend it. And that is perfect. The metal is, or the plastic's actually touching again. So now I'm gonna take super glue and baking soda. So you put a little super glue on, sprinkle baking soda, it instantly hardens and creates a cast, and you just keep putting more super glue and more baking soda until you fill this whole area back in. So I'll actually video that in a second. So now what's going to happen is, instead of this sensor going into my tank, it's now going to sit alongside my tank like this instead of being in my tank. So it'll be right about there. Okay, so you might be watching this upside down. I apologize if you are, but we're gonna use some of the super glue from Harbor Freight. Poke a hole in it. My suggestion, don't get this on your fingertips and don't rub your eye. When I was a paramedic, I had people who were old and they couldn't read, and they would think this was their eye drops. And like 8 or 10 times I had to go on old people who put super glue in their eye, and I would still go to a hospital. But the way to get super glue out of your eye is Neosporin will dissolve it. So with baking soda and super glue, you get an instant cast. So if I put a little super glue on here and sprinkle some baking soda and a little super glue and some baking soda and a little super glue and some baking soda and a little super glue and some baking soda, you'll notice that I have an instant cast that is rock hard. Okay, now I'm going to flip it this way. Try and get it flat here, maybe. Oh shit. Stuck my fingers together. Okay, so a little baking soda on your fingers to harden the wet glue. It literally is cool because baking soda hardens it absolutely instant. So, all right, so we're just gonna put it like that, and we're gonna do it again. Super glue, baking soda. Shake it off. You can see that instant cast, and I mean that is instant. It's hard. Super glue, smear it all over. I want a good cast all the way up the edge. Baking soda. Solid as a rock. And that is just a, oh, geez, damn. Keeps getting down there. All right, I'm gonna wanna make sure I keep it out of there actually, because, so anyway, you gotta be really careful, because I'm like sticking to shit all over. I gotta quit picking it up to show you. So super glue, cast. Okay, super glue, cast. It's cool because baking soda instantly hardens super glue. You can see that cast right there, it's instant. Okay, so super glue. Now I'm getting a little crazy. Baking soda. Super good. And then later you can sand this down. Well, you can sand it now. I mean, it's literally instantly that hard. So super glue, baking soda. There we go. And now, oh, almost got, oh, okay. All right, got to get my fingers all, get that super glue dry because I'm sticking to everything. So now you can see I've got a very solid cast. So this thing is solid, it's never gonna move again. And I'll go and just take my grinder or whatever and take that down. That's all you gotta do. Okay, here is our completed part sensor for the cam, and as you can see, it is no longer sticking out past the engine. It's now sticking out the side, so don't have to cut the gas tank. Took me less than 6 minutes. Just sawed it, glued it, made a cast with super glue and baking soda, and then filed that down to get rid of anything that was sticking out. Stronger than it was before.